Hello and welcome to Me Tarot Out. Today we're going to be doing a love relationship for you. The first three cards I pull are going to be representing you, and the next three cards then it's going to be your significant other. We want to find out what's the energy around the relationship. What's the energy around the relationship? Collective, usually relationships. What's the energy? What's the story around this energy? Around the energy in your relationship? What's the story? What's the story of the energy in this relationship? Okay. Let's go ahead and cut these cards. Get them on the table for you. Okay. First three cards are yours. This second row here, I'm going to be using the John Holland deck. That will be for your significant other. And then we'll also be pulling an animal spirit card for each of you at the very end. So let's go ahead now. First card is the Chariot. This is representing you in the recent past. So this could be a couple days ago, or maybe a week ago, or as far back as maybe a month. This is the recent past. I hope you can see these cards. I just noticed I don't have the light on, so let me turn the light on. Well, I'm back. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's much of a difference here with the lighting, but let's just go on with your reading. Okay, like I was saying, Chariot, recent past, okay? Recent past. Chariot is coming, representing that possibly, in the recent past, you might have been feeling perhaps like you were out of control. Like you were out of control of the situation or your feelings. But in all reality, as you can tell on the Chariot card, he's not holding the reins. He's not holding the reins. So you really were right on check, right on your path. You were actually riding the relationship to the best way that you could, or the best way that you can. In the last couple weeks to a couple days ago, when you think of the Chariot, it's balancing on two wheels. Chariot balances on two wheels, and that's and their cart, is a square on two big round wheels, right? It's like a wheelbarrow kind of, or like a trailer, like you're pulling a trailer. And if you don't have it hitched to something and you go too far, you start walking towards the back of it, it's going to tip backwards. So you were really actually in quite good balance in this relationship. You had a lot of balance, you had a lot of control on it. You may not have felt that way because the Chariot also was coming through as, it's, these going over rocks and obstacles, but I'm just getting the feeling here that this is just, Chariot's just coming through and letting you know that, if you're coming to fix a relationship, this is just telling you that you were on the right path, that you were well balanced, your reality's in check on this relationship. And as well, now if you're coming in onto this reading as all lovey-dovey and beautiful, you want to know more great, wonderful things. Well, this is wonderful. This is wonderful for you, because it's showing you that you're going to be, the obstacles are going to be there in any relationship, but you're going to strive forward and you're moving forward because you're not holding the reins. You do have control as long as you keep yourself well maintained in the relationship. You don't go too far down and too far up in your head and your heart's just fluttering around all the time, fluttering around. You have to keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself grounded. Okay, this is representing you at this time now. The Lovers. Isn't that beautiful? That's just beautiful, isn't it? You're well balanced here. The relationship's on the right path. You've got you're in the control of your heart and your ego and your heart. Your mind over your heart over your mind. You're equaling it out. You're keeping it perfectly. The Lovers are coming through, showing that and telling you that right now, just as it's a good relationship. As you notice, you all know, Adam and Eve. But if you look at them, one's on the right, one's on the left. This is like the chariot's wheels. They're keeping in balance. There's a lot of balance. You've got the pyramid in the middle here, or this big mountain here, which you've already accomplished that. You've already accomplished the rocky roads. You've already ridden this chariot. You've already ridden this chariot up over the mountains and down the mountains, let's say, with this mountain here. And there's peace. There's harmony coming in for your relationship. It's peace and harmony. You got angels. Here you have the angel here. Put her hands up. The angel has her hands up, like, giving you, watching over you, giving you your blessings. You may be having blessings from family or friends on this relationship as well. I just, looking at this here, I just got a feel, something just popped into my mind here. Be careful, use protection if you don't want to get pregnant, or if you don't want to get someone pregnant. Yeah, this is Adam and Eve, right, on this card, so, take precautions, take precautions. Not saying it's going to happen, not saying it's not going to happen or not going to happen, but I'm just getting that feeling here. Because when I look closer to the card, you see that this angel has flames on her head. Passionate, fiery love, hot, fresh, fiery love is working within you. So be very careful. You've got the tree of life. You've got the tree of life in here, right? So, yeah, just be careful. In your future, the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is coming through. Again, there's passion with this Knight. There's a lot of passion with this Knight. But make sure you're keeping your chariot. Make sure you're keeping your chariot in line. Because although this is a knight in shining armor for you, let's say, and it's the love, it's the Knight of Love holding that cup of emotions on him. You just have to be a little bit wary. I'm not telling you that it's going to happen. I'm just telling you that this is, for some of you, this may happen. The Knight of Cups is very romantic, kind of like a little bit of a Casanova. His eyes are always watching. Eyes are always watching, even though he's with you. His eyes are kind of shifting around. So, but again, for some of you, this is real. This is nice. It's very passionate relationship. So he's carrying this cup, full of emotions, as though he's giving an offering. Wants to offer his love to you. The horse is even very, very pretty here. Has his leg up like this and bowing his head down, surrendering. So maybe some surrendering of certain loves, certain emotions. There's going to be a surrender of emotions in the near future here. in this relationship. Alright, so let's go ahead and shuffle up the cards for your significant other. And we'll just push these aside here, or up a little further. I'm using 2 decks because they're both tarot decks. Just in case, just in case the Chariot, the Lover, or the Knight of Cups wants to come through down here as well for your significant other. So, yeah, that's why I've chosen to use 2 decks here. Alright, so let's see what's going on with their story here, combining with your story. Okay, cards are starting to get a little wild on me, so that's how they let me know they're ready, yeah. One of them even flipped over, didn't it? I thought I felt one flip over. If it did, we'll take it, but well, maybe it was my imagination. I don't know. Alright, I don't see it, but okay. Alright, let's cut and begin. There it is. It is. There it is. We'll take it. Yeah. I knew one of them had flipped over. I just didn't find it. Okay, so let's go. Financial and material changes was just going on in his a little bit, in his recent past. Like I said, could be a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago, to a month ago. He was having financial and material changes in his life. As you can tell, there's a lot of different lines here. There's a lot of different roads, a lot of different routes. So there's more than just one change going on with him, or maybe this is also could be portraying the change in your relationship. And you also had the Chariot, though, in your recent past here, right? You were balancing on 2 wheels. You're balancing on 2 wheels, which is a very big accomplishment. And he had a lot of material and financial needs here. But he was trying to keep up and maybe he was like a workaholic for this last few weeks or so and hasn't been able to spend time with you. And it may have been making you think that, am I on track? Is this right? Is this going the way it's supposed to go? This card is just clarifying that he had a lot of burdens on him in this last, I'm going to go to a month, I'm going to go in the recent past, I'll go up to a month. Had a lot of burdens upon him. And if you can see, and this one finger here, it's the left hand. There's a ring, a wedding ring, I guess. There's a ring on this finger, which is for completion, right? Completion. For love, circle of life. You got the tree of life here right? Circle of life is right here. So if you had felt like he'd been pushing you off, pushing you aside, that is not the story. He was thinking of you very much. He's just working. He's just working to keep himself afloat, to keep himself ahead. It's not that he has forgotten you or pushed you aside. Right? So number 5. I have to go with this too. His very first card is a 5 here. Those 5s are for conflicts. A lot of things going on at one time. A lot of motion going on. Speaking of motion, the Chariot, right? The wheels are turning. You're in motion as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. There's many paths here that he's trying to accomplish all at once. So it's not saying this reading isn't saying that. If you've been feeling left out or pushed aside, that's not what's going on. He's not doing it on purpose. He's not doing it purposely. This has a lot of things. He has a lot of things he's trying to do. Okay? I don't want to badmouth him or anything, but I do want to say you do have the Knight. Remember what the Knight of Cups is representing, depending on your situation. All right. Let's see how he is now, or she. I don't know. Whatever. He's got the card of the universe. This is his universe right now. This is representing him at this time. It's got a lot. Like I was saying here, very busy, very busy. He's having a lot of thoughts. He's having a lot of anxiety. The universe is just, going all around him. He may be feeling a little bit stressed right now as well. He may be having a lot of stress going on. Yeah. Again, it's a wheel, the universe is a wheel. Everything's going in orbit. Everything's, the circle of life again. I don't know why, if this means anything to you. I keep saying circle of life. So take that and put that into your story, because it absolutely means something to some of you, or one of you. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this universe. Let's get a clarifier on the universe for him. Is this stress? Is this emotions? Well, let's have a lot of things going on right now. It's also falling under the Lovers. You had the Lovers here. So are you his inner? So, are you his universe? Are you his world? We were saying, over here, the 5 is, there's a ring on this finger here in the purple. The purple is, royalty, divine, divinity, right? Spiritualism. He's got the beautiful world around, this beautiful stars going around him as well, right? Well, let's go ahead. Like I said, let's pull a clarifier for the universe. Let's see exactly. Let's get a little more clarification on this. What exactly is this universe card representing in this reading? Destiny. Another wheel. Look at that. Another wheel. The destiny. Destiny. Beautiful purple here. Look at this. Look how the colors are matching here. On this. Look at that purple here. On the ring finger, right? It's on the ring finger. The universe. Destiny. It's a 10. It's also a 10. 10 starts a new beginnings. The 9 is starting to give completion. It's starting to get everything together, and a 10 comes along and wham! We got this. He's got this. He's got it. He's taking control. Could mean also that he's been taking control of this anxiety and this stress. It's all starting to come together. He's starting to understand more. Starting to understand more on this relationship. He may have, he's coming out of this. This was his recent past. He's coming out of all this, all this busyness that he had going on. Okay, this final card then for the near future is positive movement forward. Look at this beautiful sailboat sailing off into the ocean. Beautiful sunset here. The water is calm. The water is calm. Things are going to be moving forward for you or for him. Moving forward in an easy, nice, gentle flow. The water is for emotions, right? You have the cup here, full of emotions, passion, love, sunset nights, right? Sunset nights. Positive movement forward. So he's coming out, to fulfill his own personal story of his life and his progression in his own path. He had to go through a lot of these difficult times, a lot of these challenges, right? The universe was flowing all around him, and that's part of his path. That's part of his story. He's got the destiny now to move forward, So, if you too were having any troubles, like I said, if you're here to see if there was any troubles, is it worth working out? I would say yes, according to what cards are coming down here. Because you have the knight in shining armor, right? The knight in shining armor. And you also have he has the positive movement forward. I'm going to say Adam and Eve, right? Adam and Eve I was talking about. Circle of life, tree of life. Perfect path, you're in motion. Lots of paths on his card, and he has chosen to take this into his destiny, into his universe, and make positive movements forward into this relationship. So let's go ahead and pull some animal energy. Well, let's see what the animal energy between the two of you. Let's see what the animal energy is between the two of you. I know in the beginning I said I was going to pull one for each of you, but I think I'm going to pull one card. We're going to do one animal card and see what that energy is between the two of you. What is the attraction? What is the attraction? What is the animal wants to bring to both of you for your relationship? We have the mouse. I like the mouse. And this precious little mouse. Precious little mouse. He's sitting up on a tall, he's sitting up in the field, in the grass right here. Right? He's holding on, but he's steady, he's comfortable. This one little blade of grass he's just bobbing on, right? I mean, all the other pieces of grass are still straight up. Grass, depending on what type of grass it is, it's real flexible, right? And it blows a lot around in the wind. If this grass is, growing straight up and steady, this little mouse decided to go. All right, started to climb up that little grass there and sit on it. Takes a lot of balancing. There's a lot of balancing going on in your relationships right now. Talked about balance here, right? Talked about balance on the Chariot, keeping yourself in balance. And it says, on the bottom of this card, it says, be persistent and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. So if you had any obstacles going on in this relationship, which it shows that, he had a lot of obstacles going on, which was probably calming you? No. Causing you, to not feel comfortable in your in the chariot of, I was going to say, in the chariot of love, right? It didn't make you feel comfortable. You were trying to keep yourself balanced. You were going up this mountain. Right? Rocks. A lot of rocks. It's hard to stay steady. You didn't want that. You might have been afraid, like I said earlier, that chariot was going to, tip back, right? This little mouse says, oh, no, that's not happening. There's no rough water here. There's no rough water going on. It's just this little mouse is bringing that energy to your relationship, telling you to be persistent. Now, he was very persistent of this little mouse to climb up on this blade of grass, right? And not have the grass go on him. That takes a lot of skill. It takes patience and persistence.